You're not going to believe what happened at Trader Joe's last Thursday. An entitled woman named Carol actually handed a stranger her grocery list and demanded he do her shopping. What started off as awkward quickly spiraled into a full-on public meltdown that had the entire store watching. That stranger? His name is Michael Reyes, a 29-year-old software engineer from San Diego. He had just finished a long morning of remote work and stopped by the Trader Joe's in Point Loma for a quick grocery run. Dressed in dark jeans, a navy blue hoodie, and sneakers, he blended in like any other customer, until Karen mistook him for an employee and changed the tone of his entire day. As Michael was browsing the cereal aisle, a woman in her late 50s marched up to him with purpose. She didn't greet him. She didn't ask a question. She just thrust a crumpled grocery list into his hand and said,
"Start with the almond milk and work your way down. I'll be waiting over there."
I don't work here.
Michael said, and he was caught off guard, trying to hand the list back. Karen narrowed her eyes, arms folded, and say,
"You think I don't know a stock boy when I see one. Dark clothes, no cart, walking around aimlessly. Don't play dumb."
Michael chuckled awkwardly, thinking this had to be some kind of joke.
Ma'am, I'm just shopping for myself. I don't work for Trader Joe's.
"You people have no work ethic. I'll get you fired for this. Where's your manager?"
Other shoppers were starting to glance over. A man behind Michael dropped a box of granola, clearly tuning in. Karen's voice kept rising.
"I want your name. Right now, do you know who I am?"
Yes, you're someone who's harassing a stranger in a grocery store.
A real Trader Joe's employee finally stepped in, hearing the commotion.
"Ma'am, he doesn't work here. He's a customer."
Karen gasped, like she was the one being wronged.
"Well, maybe he should. At least then he'd be useful instead of walking around pretending."
At that point, she stormed off, pushing her empty cart with a dramatic huff. But the story didn't end there. As Michael waited in the checkout line 10 minutes later, Karen returned with the manager and pointed straight at him.
"That's him. He refused to help a paying customer."
The manager, clearly over it, sighed and said,
"Ma'am, we've already told you he doesn't work here. If you keep disrupting our customers, we'll have to ask you to leave."
Karen stood frozen, lips pursed like she wanted to explode again, but finally turned and stormed out of the store. Michael, amused but rattled, paid for his groceries and left, only to find her car parked directly behind his, blocking him in. Another customer had already alerted security, who came over and handled it. Karen peeled off with screeching tires, muttering something about corporate complaints and incompetent men. Michael got in his car, shook his head and laughed. "All that, because I wouldn't fetch almond milk." Later that evening, Michael posted the encounter on Reddit under "I don't work a lady." The post went viral, gaining over 50,000 upvotes in 2 days. Users shared similar encounters, and the Trader Joe's manager even chimed in the comments, confirming the event. It was a moment of absurdity Michael wouldn't forget, and a reminder that entitlement doesn't always need a reason to show up. And that, my friends, is the day Karen mistook a customer for a personal shopper and nearly got escorted out of Trader Joe's. If you enjoyed this real-life drama and want more stories like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who loves a good Karen tale. And hey, drop a comment if something like this ever happened to you. See you in the next story.